Hey guys, it's Randy here with a quick video as to why you should train your agility and or what the benefits are or how much time you can save, I should say. Starting out here, this is the day before the membership side of the game was released, and I'm level 1 agility, and I'm going to go ahead and set my weight to 26 kilograms, or my weight is 26 kilograms. And we're going to do a test here and see just how long it takes to deplete our run energy from 100% down to 0. Alrighty, and it looks like it is going to be 1 minute and 6 seconds from 100% down to 0, while weighing 26 kilograms. Alright, and so now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and also reset our run energy down to 0, and then we're going to time just how long it takes to go from 0% all the way back up to 100% run energy, or 50% run energy. Alrighty, and it looks like we're finishing off here, and it's taken 6 minutes and 16 seconds to get back to 50% run energy, which we're just doing 50% and then doubling it, so it would be 12 minutes and 32 seconds to fully restore. And this is at level 1 agility. All right, so now that we've got 10 agility, we're going to do another test here, and we have the same amount of weight still, 26 kilograms. And I'm going to start the timer on the clock, and then let's clear that. We'll start the timer, and then let's turn our run energy on first. Turn our run energy on, start the clock, and then run. Okay. And yeah, as long as we just keep running this whole time, it should be fine. And we're going to test and see just how long our energy lasts now, since we've gotten 10 agility levels. And pause. So 1 minute and 6 seconds. I can't remember what it was on the first video we took, if it was a minute and 3 or a minute and 6 seconds, but and then let's start this up right away. Actually, we'll clear that. Let's run this out to 0. Start. Okay. Now, okay, we'll see how long that takes now to regen to full. Yeah, I just want to point out that the timer shows that it's like paused at 47 seconds, but that's not actually the case. It's just how OBS works. If you click off a window, it is still timing in the background, and you'll see it catch up once I pull off and click back on the window. All right, and we are at 50 right now. Okay, 5 minutes 32 seconds. So you can already tell we saved a lot of time compared to only having level 1. That's roughly so that's 5 minutes 32 to 50%. So 100% would have been like 11 minutes and 4 seconds. So that's like a minute and 28 seconds savings already just from getting to level 10. Okay, guys, we're back again to talk about the agility and do the test. I wanted to do it every 10 levels, but after doing some quests, I realized that my agility is all the way up to 37. I could go to 40 and do it, but in trying to get this video completed and put out, I'd like to just do it right now anyways. At least we can get a general consensus of just how good agility is for everybody's account. Again, we got some random items in our inventory, but we're sitting at that 26 kilograms. you'll notice that I have a lot more on this time, and that's because of the boots of lightness. So the boots of lightness give you like -5 or 7 kgs, I believe, or whatever. So any time that you can be wearing these boots of lightness, I would suggest wearing them. But for purposes of this test, we're again going to check and see just how long we can have, or how far we can run, how many seconds we can run with having 26 kilograms at 37 agility. We did a test at 1 agility and a test at 10 agility, and now we'll do this one. Alright, so we will start the clock, and then I'll run as soon as I can. I'll try to click as quick as I can so it's accurate, but we'll see how this works. Okay, wasn't too bad. And then it's not accurate. Okay, right there. 1 minute and 6 seconds. So it looks like, I think that's about the same time that we had. And then let's reset the clock right away. Put our run on, run, clear, start. Okay. And now we'll reset that and we'll see how long it takes for us to get back up to 100%. But I think as far as like the depletion rate, I think the depletion rate is the same no matter what, is what it seems like. I think the depletion rate is 100 dependent on your weight. That's what I've been gathering based off of just some little tests here and there that I've been doing. I could be wrong, and if I am, please let me know in the comments below. I definitely don't want to be spreading false information, but I believe that that's correct, is that depletion rate is not affected by your agility rate, agility level. That only your restore rate is affected by your agility level, which it doesn't. So even if that's the case, it still means it's really strong. Okay, so I can already tell that this is going to be quite a bit of time saved.
46%, 47, 48, really close, really close.
49, 50. Okay, and we ended up with a time of 4 minutes and 16 seconds, guys. Alright, done some of the math behind all of this agility and how it affects your time saved overall in the game. So if we look at Notepad here, we have basically at level 1 there's no time saving, but the interesting thing to note was just how long it takes for your run energy to restore at level 1 agility, which ended up being the 12 minutes and 32 seconds for 100% run energy. Then when we got to level 10, you can see the time saved. So there's 2 different times saved. There's time saved per 12 minutes and 32 seconds, because that's what our base is off of. Our base is 12 minutes and 32 seconds for our energy to replenish at level 1. So based off of that amount of time, we're saving, in this case at level 10, we're saving 1 minute 28 seconds. So basically then I did the time times how many times 12 minutes and 32 seconds is in an hour, ends up being 4.78 times in an hour. And that gives us our number here, which is 421 seconds of time saved in 1 hour, or 7 minutes and 1 second, if that makes it easier to understand, which it may be a shocker, but yeah, at level 10, you're already saving 7 minutes out of every hour just in run. Now, one thing to remark is that's time saved in run. Truly, so how the game works is when you run twice as far than you would if you walked. So when you run, you're going 2 tiles per tick, and when you walk, you're going 1 tile per tick. So because of how that works, basically the time saved here on our notepad. So on our notepad, our time saved here, this would be directly cut in half because we're only saving 50% of that time that we're running, so to speak. Um, and I'm not like a math physicist or anything like that, so like correct me if I'm wrong, and feel free to put any stats that you feel that I missed in the comments below. But it should be roughly half of this, so about 3.5 minutes is the total direct time saved. So if you started a watch on a timer on your started a timer on your watch and went for an hour running, walking, running, walking at level 10, you'd find out that you'd save exactly 3.5 minutes over the course of 60 minutes. I believe. If I'm wrong, someone let me know. But then when we jump to level 37, our time to restore to 50%, drastically went down. But then again, that is 27 levels in between. So our restore to 100% is 8 minutes 32 seconds, which is time saved per 12 minutes. 12 minutes 32 seconds of 4 minutes, and that comes out to a time saved per hour. So we take our 4 minutes times it by the 4.78, we end up with 1,147 seconds, or 19 minutes and 7 seconds. So that's a huge number. Now again, it's not going to be the actual 19 minutes. It'll be about half of that because running is 2 tiles per tick versus walking is 1 tile per tick. So your time saved, I believe, is going to be half of that. So actual time saved is going to be roughly 9.5 minutes or something per hour. So while yes, you can also say that it's not a big time saving, and what I mean by that is okay. So say if I'm AFK wood cutting, I will never run down to 0 energy if I'm fairly close to a bank, right? So yeah, you're not saving any time during that time. But any time that you're moving and doing an activity, so rune crafting, combat, mining, smithing, anytime you're moving to do a skill, you will be saving the in this case at level 37, you'll be saving roughly 9.5 actual minutes out of every hour. And obviously it would go up from there, and I don't want to just calculate that based off of level 10 and then level 37 and then just make a hypothesis that at level like 50 and 70 it does X, Y, and Z, because I don't know how the curve is. If the curve is just a direct linear curve, or if it's an exponential curve, or I can't remember what the last one's called, but recursive maybe or something. But regardless, the time saved is, in my opinion, quite massive. Even if you just played like 1 hour a day, out of every day, you'd be able to do 3.5 minutes at level 37, anyways. You'd be able to do roughly 3.5 more minutes worth of any activity that you're doing. To give you a quick concept, if you're, say, mining essence, you can mine roughly around 900 to a little over 1,000. We'll just say ballpark of about 1,000 essence an hour. That comes out to, say, 30,000 GP. Essentially, you'd be able to mine. How much would it be now? If we do 1,000 an hour, so it'd be 1,000 divided by 60. You're doing 16.6 a minute. So if you times that by 3.5, basically you're getting an extra 2 full inventories of essence every hour from having the level 37 agility. Hopefully this all helps. I know that it may be a little, and maybe it's not the best exploration into it. Um, and in the future, if, or I shouldn't say if, but when I get my agility up higher, I'd like to do maybe an update. But this is more of a feeler video to see just how people respond to it. If people like this kind of information or not, and if they don't like this kind of information, then I'm not gonna put. I don't want to waste too much time on it and find out people just don't enjoy this kind of information. They don't want to, you know, see how much time they could be saving if they did train their agility. Um, but at the end of the day, you do what you like to do. I mean, it does take time to obviously get those agility levels, but if you do a simple, say it takes you an hour and you're saving 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to get to 37, I mean, you'd pay that off in what, 20 hours? So, I mean, if you plan to play the game for more than 20 hours, it makes sense to go and get 37 agility. You know, that's just one way to look at it. But, anyways, if this helped you at all, or if you found it interesting, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And leave me any kind of other ideas for videos that you guys would like to see in the future, as far as like calculations go. And I'll see what I can do if I can make it happen. I'll try to make anything happen, but I'm not perfect at doing all these kind of calculation videos. But anyways, hopefully you guys have a great day and enjoy the RuneScape gains.